Hi everyone, my name is Will. Thank you for tuning into my channel today. Today we are going to be doing a collective energy reading for March 11th, 2023. So let's see what the energies are for March 11th, 2023. Today is Saturday and I hope everyone is having an awesome Saturday. I believe it's tomorrow that there is daylight savings time here in the United States for most of the states. So we're going to be gaining a whole hour extra of sunlight that, well, we really won't. It's the same amount of sunlight. We're just changing our clocks. But you understand what I'm saying. We're going to gain a whole nother hour of sunlight. And I know me, I'm very excited about that. I like it when the sun is out till like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. I like that. I don't like it when it's dark by 5 o'clock. I don't like that. So I am very much looking forward to daylight savings time. So be sure to set your clocks forward. So this way you don't miss any meetings or events or any plans that you might have. Whew. Okay, the cards are wanting to talk today. All right. And as always, I do not accept any archon, reptilian, demonic, or negative attachments. I only accept light and love in this space, and I would like to ask Archangel Michael's white light of protection over this reading, over this table, over this deck. And I would like to ask Spirit, what are the collective... Wow. Okay. What are the collective energies that we need to be aware of today, March 11th, 2023? What are the collective energies we need to know about? What do we need to know? Okay. All right, and a big old chunk fell out. Okay. All right, so I think this is enough. This fell out first, then this, and then this stack. So we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So something that was keeping you up at night, that you were worrying about, that you were having a lot of anxiety over, is passing. You're not having that anymore. I feel like you've come to terms with something. I feel like you're not letting it live rent-free in your mind anymore. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. But there's a fear of inaction here. There's a fear of action which is resulting in inaction right now. You don't feel like you're in control. You don't feel like you're in control of your life right now. That's interesting. So I feel like right now it's like a balancing act. Like you're not allowing something to live rent-free in your mind, this worry, this anxiety, but at the same time you feel like you have no control of your life. You're not the one calling the shots in your life right now, okay? But you've let go of something that was living rent-free in your mind, that was causing a lot of worry, anxiety, but at the same time you feel like you don't have any control over your life right now. And this is very much burdening you. This is very much overloading your... This is overwhelming for you. Like, mentally overwhelming. So I feel like you let go of something, and it's free. It's no longer living rent-free in your mind. But now I feel like there's like a vacuum for new worry. Yeah, I feel like you let go of something, let it go into the universe, but then you're like, oh wait, I can worry about this now. Sometimes that happens. I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of those people too. But this worry about not having control over your life is overwhelming for you. It's very much burdening you. You're still going on with your life. It's just more than you need to carry. Kind of like the picture. More than you need to carry. He's carrying it, but it's just more than he needs to. And your stability is upside down right now, too. This is very interesting. Very, very interesting energy. But I feel like you need to walk away. You need to walk away from this. And I think you do too. I think you know this too. Because it's not only causing you a lot of new anxiety and worry and stress, and it's very burdening for you. It's affecting your stability. But you know something's missing. You know this isn't supposed to be there. Deep down, you know that you have control of your life, but your shadow self is really being. Your shadow self is really being put front and center in your mind. Your ego is helping with this too, and it's saying, "Oh no, you know, we don't have control over what happens to us. It just happens, and you know this sucks." And but your higher self is telling you, no, that isn't true. But your it's a fight between your ego and your higher self. It's a fight between your ego and your higher self right now. Your higher self's like, we can do this. We have total control of what's moving, of how we respond to this situation, of what we're going to do next in our lives. We have complete control of that, and our mind's telling us, oh no, we don't have any control over this. This is you know, this sucks. We're never going to get out of this. It's going to be horrible. And it's stressful. It's stressful. It's putting extra stuff that doesn't belong on your plate. But I feel like you know you need to walk away from this way of thinking. And I feel like it might require partnering with someone, co-creating with somebody. We have the Three of Pentacles. So this goes back to how you respond to the situation. How you respond to the situation. If it is not a good situation, if it feels like it's out of control, you have total control over how you respond to it. That may be asking for help. That may be getting someone's assistance. Maybe that is, creating, like, I'm going to throw out an example. Like if you're working, if this has to do with work, if this new anxiety has to do with work, maybe it is partnering with other employees, other managers to really look at your schedule, to really figure out your shifts. Maybe you're, given too many. Maybe you need to talk to your manager about that. Or maybe if you have too many shifts, maybe this is the perfect, time to ask your coworkers, hey, would you mind covering this shift for me? I just need a day off. It's not that it's out of your control. It's just gonna require you to take action around it in order to improve it. And we have the Queen of Cups, so that means communicating your emotions, your feelings. The Queen of Cups is most in tune with her emotions and feelings. So that may be having to break it down to maybe your boss and saying, hey, I'm working way too many hours. Can you please, take 1 or 2 shifts off? I appreciate the pay. I appreciate that you think highly of my work, but I'm working way too much. I need a day off or 2. I feel like gaining a bird's eye perspective is going to help you from feeling stuck. So sometimes we get too drawn into the details. We get too drawn into looking at the micro, the microscope of the situation, that we need to zoom out and look at the macro, the macro view of the situation, to give us that perspective. But I feel like you're losing patience right now. So I have a feeling you need to do this fairly soon. You need to do this fairly soon, because you're going to run yourself into the ground, worrying, stressing, and you're not doing yourself any favors staying out of a low vibration, because when we feel like everything's being done to us, like we have no control, that's a very low vibration. That's scarcity mindset. I feel like you're being drawn into that and you need to pull yourself out of it. And this comes back to we have total control over how we respond to situations. Not necessarily that we have control over the situation, but we have control over how we respond to it. Positively, negatively, we have control over that aspect of it. We have the King of Swords, so this is gonna take some planning. Making sure that you are taking the right steps to get out of this. But I just want to say something right now. Anytime you're stressed, the next step is to express your feelings and emotions, okay? And then figure your way out of it. If you try and blunt this aspect of, which is very easy in this society to do, to try and, put it in a box, file it away, stuff it down deep, repress it, it jacks up the whole process and makes you trying to figure out the solution to the situation harder to do, because you're denying that aspect of ourselves. When we are balanced and we are able to honor our emotional self and our mental state, what we're thinking and how we're feeling, when we're able to balance that yin yang energy, the masculine, feminine, when we're able to honor that helps us get out of these situations a lot easier, because we're looking at the whole picture. We're not just looking at one little piece of the puzzle. And I think lastly, the final card is the Five of Cups, which is don't focus on all of what went wrong, what was going wrong, what is wrong. Okay, the Five of Cups, the man is looking in the wrong direction. He's looking here. He's looking down and at the ground at what he spilled. He's not looking here where there might be more cups. He's not looking over here behind him where there are additional cups. He's looking at what he lost. I'm not saying you lost anything, but I feel like in this situation it's very easy to be looking at and focusing on what was wrong, what went wrong. Golly, I can speak. What went wrong, what you did wrong, like steps you were taking. But yeah, it's so weird. It's like you let go of one anxiety, okay, to then cling on to a new anxiety. And yeah, it's overwhelming for you. But you need to, you need to walk away. Your higher self is telling you, hey, you need to cut this out. You need to walk away from this. It may take talking to somebody about this, co-creating with them a solution for the situation that you're in. Whatever is causing you to feel like you're out of control, like your life's out of control, like you're not in control of your life, like you're overwhelmed. Because because you need that perspective. You need to gain a new perspective. But you should not wait patiently for it to just happen. I feel like you need to take care of this now. And you may need to take some time and really think about your solutions to this. But just don't focus on the negative of this. Focus on the positive. Focus on the positive. Focus on what you still have, what you're doing moving forward, and how you're going to improve your situation. So, yeah, that was a really long message. I've noticed these have gone from like 5 or 6 cards to like 11 or 12. I think Spirit's working with me to read bigger spreads, which is very interesting because I just said that even though the tarot readings will continue, the setting might go away. It may be a slightly smaller setting, maybe one without a table. So this is an interesting turn of events, but I'm going to go with it. I'm interested to see what direction what new direction this channel is gonna go in. I mean, I'll still be doing tarot readings. It's just what's around me is gonna change. So I'm interested to see about this. Alright, let's pull an energy oracle card. Can I get an energy oracle card for this spread? Alright. Walking away. Walking away. Yeah. And this card is always coming up. I don't know why. You saw how I shuffled. I shuffled a lot, and yet it pops out. So, very interesting. But walking away. Yeah. There's a train of thought that you are not walking away from. There's a train of thought. There is a feeling, an emotion you're not walking away from. And it's causing you a lot of burden in your life. It really is. But you gotta walk away from that feeling of having no control over your life, because you have total control over your life. There are situations where we don't have control of, but we do have control over how we respond to those situations. The Temple Path in reverse. So I like to know more about the Temple Path in reverse. What I get intuitively from this card is that it's a spiritual journey. It's part of your spiritual journey. But I'm getting that this energy is blocking, not blocking, darkening it. So let's see what the, okay. Receiving this card reversed is a sign that you may have fallen off your path. You could be too focused on worldly possessions, material gain, or you simply may be maintaining old, unhealthy habits of fear, limitation, worry, or doubt. Whatever is distracting you, receiving this card reversed is a firm message that it's time to make your spiritual life and evolution a much higher priority. Not doing so represents an important loss of power. So clear your mind, meditate, open up to this presence of spirit. Whatever else you may have going on, consider this is an important part of your personal and tactical plans. Don't wait. The support and inspiration of all eternity and countless loving spirits are available to you. Not turning to them is like cursing the dark when you refuse to turn on the lights. I just said it's like your spiritual path, your spiritual journey has darkened. And it's not necessarily that, it's just that this worry is darkening it. It's making it where you can't really see what's in front of you. You need to unload this. You need to get rid of this. You need to walk away from this energy in order to fully see your spiritual path again. Yeah, don't focus on the negative, focus on the positive. All right, can I get a Keeper of the Light Oracle card today? Can I get a Keeper of the Light Oracle card? Can I get a Keeper of the Light Oracle card today? What Keeper of the Light would best assist in the energy of this spread? What Keeper of the Light Oracle card would best assist in the energy of this spread? Alright. We have White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. So, there we go. And it's funny, when I shuffled this blew away from the rest of the deck. When this popped out, this blew away from the rest of the deck. So this was the third party, the co-creator, the co-creation. You need to talk to your ancestors. You need to meditate. You need to build that connection, because this may be a family wound that needs to be healed. Maybe this is something that you're not only struggling with, but also your ancestors, your family has been struggling with. And especially the fact that you were getting rid of one anxiety just to fully embrace another anxiety. Not only do you need to solve this new anxiety, but the fact that you went from one to the next, you let go of one just to grab onto another one. That is definitely trauma and trauma healing that may be going back, for many generations. That it's your job to heal. It's your job to heal for your family, for your lineage. So you have a lot to do. You have a lot to do, but you can do it because you can call on them, because they've had lives here on Earth. They've had lives on other planets. They obviously have been through maybe not the exact same circumstances, but similar circumstances, because it's a family wound. And so they've learned stuff that they can then pass on to you. And the only way you're going to do that is by meditating and by connecting with them, grounding yourself, spending time out in nature, especially especially if your family was really, love the outdoors. My inclination is to say that you will probably be able to connect with them and find solutions to your current situation out in nature, especially if they like nature. So take a walk in the park, spend some time outside, maybe go on a hike. Can I get a spirit animal oracle card today? Can I get a spirit animal oracle card? Can I get a spirit animal oracle card? What spirit animal would best assist in the energy of the spread? Okay. So we have lion spirit. Okay, lion spirit. Be generous of spirit. I feel like you need to be very generous with yourself right now, because you're navigating a situation you haven't been in before. So don't be so hard on yourself. Be lion-hearted, be brave. But don't be too hard on yourself, because even though this is a family wound or pattern, and maybe you've seen it, this may be the first time you've gone through it, or maybe this is the first time you've tried solving it. Maybe this is the first time you tried solving this situation, solving this problem. Okay? And kudos to you for doing that. You are very brave for doing that. So don't let anyone take that away from you. But if you make a wrong step, if you take the wrong option, that's okay. You can always choose differently next time. You're presented with the same solutions, but just don't be so hard on yourself, because I feel like you are very, very, you're someone that puts a lot of pressure, a lot of burden on yourself, not only in this situation, but just in life. You put the worries and problems of others on you, and you don't give yourself a lot of room, a lot of wiggle room. You don't. You do not give yourself a lot of room for mistakes. We all make mistakes. It's how we move past them. It's how we respond to them. It's what we do to move forward. We are not our mistakes. Sorry, that's what was coming through. Sorry. I know I paused there. All right, and can I get one last card? One last card for this spread, and we will close this out because I know this is getting a little long. Can I get one last card for this spread? Okay, 2 popped out. That's okay. This is my overzealous deck. But I love it. I love it. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. With confidence. it takes a lot of courage to move in a new direction. It takes a lot of courage to try and solve a situation. It's easier to ignore it and try to live with it than it is to actually fix it and solve it. And it takes a lot of courage to respond the right way to a situation. It takes a lot of courage. It's super easy to just freak out and do whatever, that knee-jerk reaction within you is in this sort of situation. It's courageous to actually respond in the way that you should. That's courageous. And this just popped in my head. Think about, and you can get into all the conspiracy theories, but that aside, think of great leaders in history and when they responded appropriately to the situation. Okay, to whatever bad situation was in front of them. When they responded the way they needed to, history still honors them today for that, for their response to that situation, because that was very courageous of them. The same is for you. Granted, you are not a president or a king. That's fine. You are the president and you're the king of your own life. So what you do not only affects you, but it affects your family's lineage and your ancestors. And they are going to honor you for doing this work that they could not do or could only get so far with. You had the courage to go, you know what? This is the end of the line for my ancestors having to struggle with this. I'm the end of that line. I'm going to fix it. I'm not going to let it continue. That's courage. And it may feel like a death and rebirth process for you. It may. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. So don't worry. Don't worry if things feel like they're ending at certain times during this process, during this problem-solving process, because it's just a new beginning for you. It's just a new beginning. Yeah. And that's all I have for today. Yeah. I'm out of messages. Sorry. Okay, I think that's it. I know this was a long video, but I thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell so you get notified every time I make a video. And be sure to comment. Let me know what you thought of this video. Let me know how this, resonates with you. How is this transpiring in your life? How is this situation transpiring in your life? And thank you guys so much. You guys have a wonderful day. Much light and love to all of you. Make sure to check out my Etsy store at Conscious Crystal Life on Etsy.com. And you guys have a great day.